Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can access the link to my Buy Me a Coffee services and donations page, as well as my official Instagram and TikTok in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Gemini, I hope that you're doing well. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one, the What We've Forgotten Oracle deck, and the Tarot of the Abyss. Cards have been pre-shuffled. I am going to burn some Palo Santo. Just give me one moment. Just wanted to do that for you. Clear the energy. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Gemini? I'm going to pull one more. Two more came out in the upright. So you have three. Let's look at them. Number 16 in the Major Arcana, which corresponds to the Tower card. Aries and Scorpio energy. And it's the Tao of Flow. Look at that. Absolutely spectacular. The Tao of Flow. This white aura around you. Clear channeling. Clear epiphanies. Clear thoughts. I don't know, have you been working on that? There's some part of you, sorry if you heard that kind of banging noise, it's my heater. There's some part of you that is working on that, clearing the mind space in, through meditation or some kind of sacred practice where you're just trying to, Spirit just said, get your head on straight. I don't know what that means for you. Maybe you've been in some cycles of bad habits. Take that as it resonates, but Spirit said get your head on, that you've gotten your head on straight. Not saying get your head on straight, but it's like you're working on it. You already know you're working on it. And as you are working on it, it seems like the epiphanies and the thoughts and the energy seems to be more channeled. It seems to be more fluid. Things come easier to you. You don't feel as burdened because you can kind of transmute or translate what it is that you're getting into the physical realm. So you see an image of something and then you put it pen to paper and you draw it, or you get an idea and you write it down and then you execute it. Whatever it is, it feels, and the hands outstretched here, it's a welcoming energy. It's cool because like the more you can channel for yourself, the more you connect to your higher self, it's just like, it feels good. It feels like you're in alignment with your innermost knowing. Number 53, which equals an 8. The Strength card, Leo energy of the Major Arcana. Number 8 is the number of the self. So the card is ancestors. You could be channeling your ancestors at this time, or, understanding how you walk in their footsteps, how you honor them, and by honoring them and living in your integrity, you honor yourself, is what I just heard. And that there's that yellow light. It's like there's this legacy that that's being passed down to you. Almost like the ancestors are the ones that are kind of, see, because this kind of upward movement mirrors this kind of upward movement. It's like the ancestors are projecting. I like when I do that. They're projecting the messages, and then you are receiving them. And then here we have, nope, sorry, I don't have my reading glasses on. The numbers are very small. Number 18, the moon, Pisces, and sometimes attributed to Cancer. The word is adventure. Adventure. See these bubbles of gold, these coins turning into, or they could be like golden leaves turning into hearts. It's abundance. It represents abundance. So much abundance that it's like kind of falling through your fingertips because there's so much. You can barely hold it all. But the moon in the major arcana could talk about secrets, mystery, illusion, confusion, illumination in the darkness, the moonlight. So there's there's this process, I feel as though, is opening up kind of consciousness for you, a new source consciousness that you now have access to. And it could feel it's very mysterious. Sometimes it feels very mysterious. And then, but you're just seeing it as this like process of exploration, the adventure. It's almost like Spirit's rewarding you with all of this abundance. You don't know what to do with it, but you know that you want to explore. And it could be, you know, from the very beginning when I started my channel, I'm like a firm believer in the greatest adventure of your life being the exploration of the self. Because there's so much about you that you don't know. There's so much about you yet to discover. That's the fun part. Sometimes it can be painful, but sometimes it can be really fun. And see, these two cards, I see you like bringing this energy, it's like bringing it down and then bringing it down right to your solar plexus, where it's going from through the crown all the way down to the solar plexus, where you now feel more confident. We have our confidence center, our intuition in our solar plexus chakra. It's a beautiful golden energy, that light that speaks to us in an intuitive way. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and at the end will be advice from Spirit. One extra card came out. Oh, Gemini. Gemini, you never disappoint. You keep things interesting, that's for sure. The extra card that flipped out is the Knight of Swords. So air energy is swords, the air element of air. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, your energy. Knight of Swords talks about somebody who's coming in quickly with a message of truth, authenticity, epiphany. It's something that you can really grab hold of and run with. A very important message. Oh, I just heard that expression. I'm late for a very important date. I'm late for a very important date. That's from Alice in Wonderland, right? It's the rabbit that says that. The rabbit? Down the rabbit hole. Alice in Wonderland might be significant to you. It's crazy. I have a very, 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 it's like a children's version of Alice in Wonderland on my desk over there. And I mentioned Alice in Wonderland in a reading. And later on that day, that same day that I did that reading, I found a copy of it in my building's laundry room. So I took it because I've never read it. I've never actually read it. And I don't know if this counts as reading it because it's like the kids' version, but I'm reading it. I'm late for a very important. So there's something here where it's not that you're late, but it's like the Knight of Swords is like coming in quick, coming in hot. As I said that, my candle, what is my candle doing? I just want to try and show it to you. This candle is going insane right now. What's going on? It's literally going insane. It's very, very tall. The flame is very tall compared to this one, which you can barely see. Okay, there's something to it because that's abnormal. It looks abnormal to me. One, I always burn 2 flames to represent my twin flame connection. I know that it must annoy some people, but like every time I do a Gemini reading, I'm always like, my twin flame's a Gemini, but he is. So there's something here to it. You are the twins. This one flame just bouncing, dancing all over the place, and the other one barely there, barely holding on. I feel like this is I feel like this came up the last time in a Gemini reading, where it was as if one side of your twinness was more prominent than the other. And it's almost like you would normally pride yourself on being an equal opportunity duality in your personality, and so you're finding it that one half of you is it's much more prominent than the other, and that could be a little I don't know, is it off-putting to you, Gemini? Does it throw you off that, oh, okay, I remember now, because in the last reading I said that the Gemini was trying to focus more on their feelings. You got the air mind thing down pat, great, but that you were trying to focus more on your feelings. Whatever this message is, I feel as though it's pretty vital to the next, it's like the next phase, to your up-leveling. In the past energy, some tough energy here, 3 of Swords. In the reverse, 3 of Swords in the upright is the Heartbreak, Heartache card. It's one of the toughest cards in the tarot. It's a card that we all deal with. We've all experienced it. Doesn't matter what your station in life is. It doesn't matter where you live. Everyone has experienced heartbreak of some kind. When the card is in reverse, it shows that it hasn't really truly been resolved yet. There's still some lingering issues. 4 of Wands, the 1111 card, also a card attributed to twins, twin flames. 4 of Wands talks about celebration. Can be a little bit of portal energy. In this card, it's certainly a celebration of birthdays, could be an anniversary of some kind. This is your past energy. Maybe it's been difficult for you to look back on a person, a memory of a happier time. Can I get a clarifier, please, for the past energy? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Pentacles in the upright talks about being a little wishy-washy, juggling, multitasking, being of two minds. There's that duality again, that theme of two. But in the reverse, it's kind of like, okay, I'm really not trying to juggle this anymore. I'm not trying to have these painful thoughts be incorporated into my life long term. I'm putting something down. It's important. So you are not confused about anything. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles, the wishy-washy, we're just going back and forth, going around in circles. You're not doing that. Or at least you didn't in the past energy. In the present, King of Pentacles, Earth, element, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. In the upright, the King of Pentacles is abundant, powerful, grounded, earthy, connected to Mother Nature, at home in Mother Nature. And talk about the material world and being abundant financially. And the card is in the reverse, so in the present energy, you could be feeling like but I see this here. I see abundance here. I see abundance for you. Maybe you're trying to bridge the gap between the spiritual abundance and the material world abundance. We gotta love that gap. Sometimes it's very prominent. Spirit, I've been manifesting and manifesting and manifesting, and I believe in myself, and I connected to you, and I'm so grateful. Where's the abundance, right? But it's that doubt. It's that doubt at the onset that keeps us in lack mentality. Also, something like the Devil card, to clarify, number 15 of the Major Arcana, this is Capricorn. You could be dealing with Capricorn. The Devil, also an energy that we all go through, talks about codependency, addiction, workaholism, any kind of isms, hoarding, self-doubt, self-pity, being trapped and bound. However, the Devil card is in the reverse. So for me, that's great in terms of how I read this, because we're now lifting up out of that lack mentality. But it's been difficult, because that could have been your go-to narrative. Oh, well, I've just always had to struggle for everything in my life. I was taught that. I had a friend who had an epiphany about this, actually. He grew up in New England, and his father, comes from a military background, very blue collar, working class, and he grew up with his father talking in his ear saying, nothing good comes in life if you don't work your butt off for it, if you don't kind of drive yourself into the ground. You have to earn it. And it wasn't until he was in his, I don't know, mid-50s, late 50s, where he finally realized that was just a narrative, that a story or an idea that my father put in my mind that has held me down my entire life, right? It's not to say that working hard can't be a good thing. Like, we want to invest in things that we care about. At the same time, we want to work with the flow of the universe. And the flow of the universe says, kind of, work smarter, not harder. Working with your own energies to attract abundance to you, working with the gifts that you were given, whatever those may be, to pursue your dreams. And I think that you're kind of realizing that now. You're letting go of an old narrative. I'm going to get a clarifier for the Devil card in reverse. Look at that. Wow. Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords. You got the Three of Swords twice. You know who else got the Three of Swords twice? Libra. And guess what? It's amazing. Spirit is amazing. Spirit does not make mistakes when I pull cards. They just don't. That's my card of letting go of old narratives. You can see the swords piercing the book. The letters coming off the page, floating away and turning into birds. Releasing the lack mentality, releasing the doubt and the fear and the pain. It's amazing because you want to see the card in the upright. Right here, there are two Three of Swords in this deck. That's what makes this deck special, or not, depending on your view. In the past, it was in the reverse. It was harder for us to get over. In the present energy, we're doing our best to get over it, to plant a new seed. We're starting again. Feels like a little bit of starting over, but that's okay, right? From the King in reverse to the Page. That may seem like a downgrade, but it's better to get out of that lack mentality and start something fresh and new than to just be stagnant and just feel like you're not deserving or you're not going to get something. Right? That's not flow energy at all. The Page of Pentacles plants the new seed. They're not concerned with criticism. They're not concerned with judgment. All they want to do is try something new. And so that's what I feel for you right now. If there is this temptation that crops up to doubt yourself, do your best to squelch it. Allow yourself to have the thought, but what if I don't succeed? Right? But then there's the saying, but darling, what if you do? Or something like that. Glass half empty, glass half full. In the potential future, Six of Swords in the reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. That's 3 threes that you got in this reading. Six of Swords usually talks about moving from chaos to calm, but in the reverse, it feels like in the future, you're still trying to lift yourself above the fray, to rise above something. It's difficult. Spirit just said that phrase, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And more so for you, it's this idea of getting out of the pattern, the cycle of repeat, the pattern, the bad habit. Whereas every time so I know somebody, I don't think she would watch this reading, but because she's not a Gemini, but I once had a conversation with her where we were doing some activity at work, and she said, oh, she tried something once, and she did okay for like trying it for the first time ever in her life, and but it wasn't perfect because she'd never done it before. And then when her turn came up again, she goes, oh, no, I don't want to do it. And I said, well, why not? Just try. And she said, no, I'm not good. I'm not any good at it. I don't want to do it. You guys do it. And I really harped on it. I like pulled her aside almost, you know, because I'm like kind of a leader. I am not kind of, I am a leader in my workplace. And, you know, she's a lot younger than me. And I said, I want you to look at this exact scenario, this exact moment, and remember what I'm saying to you, right? That if we don't even try, we're never gonna know the potential, the possibility of what could be if we don't at least put our foot forward, put our attempt forward, show the universe that we're attempting, put the intention out there that we want to do well, not to be perfect, but to do well, to overcome a fear or a doubt. And the example that I'm giving you involved something really, really benign. Like we were, you know, like we were in like a billiards. It was like pool, playing pool. But what if it's like a potential job or a potential partner that has really good prospects, right? And we don't just go for anything. We're not just willy-nilly out here. No, we're being discerning. Gemini, air sign, we're being discerning about the company we keep, about the decisions we make, discerning. However, the attempt should be made on things that feel right. And I feel as though there could be a little bit of stagnancy still underlying thread. And with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, this card talks about co-creation, collaboration, working together. You could feel like you're just like floating out here alone. Or maybe it's a path you have to walk alone. High Priestess came out. I think this is the first time High Priestess came out in a minute. Number 2 of the major arcana, Pisces energy. High Priestess, very psychic, very intuitive, sits at the veil between worlds. Your intuition is going to guide you on this one. Your intuition will help lead the way. Listen to it. Listen to the downloads. Right? Our intuitive center, our solar plexus, will tell us if something is right for us. Card from Spirit. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Number 6 of the major, thank you, Spirit. Number 6 of the major arcana, the Lover's card. This is Gemini. Gemini in the major arcana. Gemini, the last card of the reading. Here you are in the upright, showing up in your own energy. How brilliant, how wonderful, spectacular. I love it. Spirit is with us right now. Spirit does not make mistakes. I make mistakes. Spirit does not make mistakes. A coming together, a choice point. This is your choice point. This is it. This is it. It's this beautiful embrace, this connection to your higher self, and a connection to others that fuel your heart chakra, that speak to your inner knowingness. Spirit is just saying, embrace it, be open to it, be open to the possibility. Wow, you are being divinely guided. I'm excited for you. So that's your reading, Gemini. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Gem.